Welcome to the Summerbrook Student Podcast. I'm Tanner Treffin. I'm joined by my lovely, beautiful wife, Mary Elizabeth Treffin.
That is me.
And we're excited this time on the podcast. We got some students recorded questions for us, and we'll be responding to their questions.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So first up, Owen.
How does God apply to surviving?
Ooh,
That's a good question,
Owen. Good job. What do you think,
God
babe?
applies to surviving because life is not only this lifetime here on earth, but ultimately we're all going to go to either heaven or hell. So if you really want to survive and not die in eternal death, you have to receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, believe in Him, and you will have not just life here on earth, but life eternal.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I like it.
Next question.
What is your favorite Bible book and why?
Whoa, Josiah. A million. Just kidding. There's only 66 to choose from. I like Isaiah. I think Isaiah is awesome. Gotta love the Psalms, Proverbs, so good. New Testament. I love the New Testament. Romans is a great book. We memorized Philippians together. We love that book. What's your favorite?
My favorite's probably Romans. Romans or John. Gospel of John, hard to beat that.
You are a Gospel
and
of John
because
guy.
I love Gospel John, just has so many great statements of Jesus, like how he says, I am. And before Abraham was, I am, and all those good ones. I'm the bread of life. I'm the gate. I'm the door. I'm the way, the truth, and life. Come on.
That is so good. That's
Excellent.
good. I like it.
And I want to know if it's better to read the Bible starting in Genesis, going all the way to whatever the last one is,
Revelation.
Revelation.
Oh, good question, Abs. What do you think, babe?
So I think you definitely can read it from start to finish, but a lot of times when people start Genesis, there's a lot of really cool stories in Genesis, but then once you get to Exodus, halfway through that, you get into all this stuff about the tabernacle, then Leviticus, all these priestly laws.
Hanging on the tabernacle?
It gets really hard as your first time reading the Bible. So I usually recommend reading through one of the Gospels first, Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, or maybe Acts. It's a good place to start.
Or if you can get someone to do it with you, where there's just that extra motivation to keep pushing through. And a couple of our students really enjoy the Bible recap, and they'll actually read through chronologically, but she'll give a short podcast explaining each day. So even as you're in some of the challenging books, they can kind of make that a little easier to understand. So I'm a read through from Genesis to Revelation kind of person myself.
There's also the Bible Project on YouTube.
Oh yeah, those are good too. But just read it.
And how do we know that green is actually green?
Oh, okay. I don't have this answer, but you are a science teacher.
Yeah.
Well, certified as a
That's
science
a good
teacher.
question, Lucas. In 8th grade science, I got to teach about the electromagnetic spectrum.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
you learn about one of the part of the spectrum is visible light. And did you know that white light is actually not white, but it's all the different
No.
colors of the rainbow smack dab together, and it looks white.
No way. I
Uh-huh.
did not know that.
And so
I should have known that.
there's different
Sorry,
receptors in your
Miss
eyes,
Troutman.
rods and cones help you see different parts of visible light.
I did know that.
And if you're colorblind, like you said you are, that's tough. I guess you got to ask other people what color everyone else sees it as, but you get to see things uniquely. So
We see colors different. Like I'll say something is, for example, blue, and you'll be like, no, that's green. Or
yeah, but you're the colorblind one. So
But I'm not really
I'm seeing it
colorblind.
rightly.
I think I see it right.
No, I see it right.
I
Yeah.
do have contacts and glasses, but that shouldn't affect my color vision. Anyway, we can move on, but good answer.
Thank
Look
you.
at that. Putting that bachelor's degree to work.
Did Adam have a belly button?
No, Adam did not have a belly button. You get a belly button from an umbilical cord
What?
connection.
Adam
to
didn't
your
have
mom.
a umbilical cord?
No, he wasn't born. God formed him.
Wow, can you imagine what your stomach would look like with no belly button? You
It
couldn't
would,
make like
it would look like a stomach,
you couldn't do like the mouth thing, where people like make their belly button the
which
mouth.
could be an upside. Honestly, I don't know that would be a negative.
Yeah, no belly button, Adam. Sorry, guy. And Eve doesn't have one either. Then I guess, right?
I don't
Yeah,
think Eve had one either.
that's kind of crazy. But
Do
who's the
you have a
first?
belly
Who's the
button?
firstborn,
Just
Cain
kidding.
or Abel? They were the first belly button baby.
I think Cain was older.
Cain.
Wasn't Cain older?
I'm not sure.
I think it was Cain.
What is the meaning of life?
Oh,
What's the meaning of life, baby? What do you think?
I was gonna pass this off to you.
I've heard the meaning of life, and I think is to know God and glorify Him forever.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So as
Yeah.
we believe, you look out in nature, it gives evidence for the there is a creator, the beauty of creation, and our whole life's purpose is to know the creator and to get that relationship with him through Jesus Christ and enjoy him and glorify him with our lives. So
I think knowing God, serving him.
what would you think the world's definition would be of the purpose of life, meaning of life?
Well, yeah, get whatever you can. Sex, money, stuff, as much of it as you can, and good food.
Is that fulfilling? Is that the way to go?
Is that the way to go?
Ask King Solomon. Didn't work too good out for him.
Yeah,
If you
check
read
out Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Might not go so well.
Life is like a book. You don't start a book to finish it. You start it to read the chapters and know the story of it.
Okay, you don't start a book to finish it. You start to know the story and something.
So I think there is some truth to that, but I do also think that more like this drives you nuts, but I love looking up the ending of things
She ruins every movie.
on Wikipedia.
She looks
before
at
I
the
watch
ending.
it.
I have to make her swear an oath that she won't watch the end so that we could actually watch a movie together.
I just like to know if it's a waste of time or not, if it's going to be a good movie, and it drives Tanner nuts. But the thing is, the Bible tells us the end. So I'm just actually following a scriptural method. So I think that it's beautiful that God doesn't leave us in the dark on what's to come. And so life is a story, but we know the surprise ending that's coming. We know that Jesus is coming back. We know that he is going to defeat hell, the grave. It's over. Death is ended. And so it's pretty exciting. And we know that he has already defeated it, but once and for all, it's coming.
Yeah, that's good. And I
New
think
Jerusalem.
that's my home. I think
you,
Lucas, your quote reminds me of like carpe diem, seize the day, or YOLO, like, live in the moment. But at the same time, you got to think about the end. You can't just blow that off because in the end, we're going to meet Jesus and we want to live for him and his return. So.
And the one last thing I would add to that is I think our world wants to use that philosophy because it allows you not to have to think about what's coming at the end. And so if you're just living each day for today, you don't have to worry about, well, what's going to happen when I die? What's going to happen at the end? And the danger of that is we're not promised tomorrow. And your very last day and your very last breath could be right now. And if you don't deal with what's coming at the end, then you're not going to be ready for your last breath, whenever that is. So it's important, know the ending and reconcile yourself with it.
Boom.
I like the ending. I think it's going to be awesome. But it's really just the beginning. I'm going to stop there.
Last question.
My friend doesn't think demons are real. So, how do you explain that?
Do that.
No.
She said, my friends don't think demons are real. So how do you explain that?
I disagree. But I'm sure you can give a much more theologically in tune answer.
So some people have a naturalist type of view where just everything that you can see is what's real, that there's nothing beyond what you can see, but that kind of destroys love. Everyone can say that love is beyond something that you can see, or what about like beauty? Beauty's not just physical things, but it's like this awe and this wonder that you have when you look at something, or how when someone dies, we all know that this is not right, and it makes you feel like there's got to be something more than just this life, and that feeling there's got to be something more. And there's also different books of evidence of supernatural and miracles that people have documented, different miracles that are in medical records and things like that. And so all that points to the physical is not all there is, but there's a spiritual realm, and part of that is angels and demons.
And biblically, demons are definitely documented in the Bible. We read about Jesus casting out demons, and even in the book of James, it says even the demons believe and shudder.
Oh, and if you want to know what's after this life, talk to one who's died and come back again, and that's Jesus. He died and rose again, and he says there's an afterlife and angels and demons.
Very cool.
Boom. Cool. Any final thoughts for our students listening?
I love your answers.
Hey, I
That
love
was
you.
my thoughts. I love you too.
Hey, keep seeking the Lord, connect with him, dive into the word, pray, grow together, get into groups, and serve with purpose. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us on the Student Podcast.
My name is Luke.
Wait, I have a joke.
Oh, okay. She has a joke.
So, what book of the Bible teaches the husband how to make coffee for his wife? Hebrews.
That's good.